Hey YouTube, so part 2 of my series will be me opening this. Now I already opened this, but I'm going to show you the screws that you're going to, it comes out of. You got to be really careful with this because Apple has a tendency of putting a bunch of random screws together. So these would bolt onto the top case. So these three, 1, 2, 3, those long ones, and then all around it, those ones would bolt. So you got to be very, very cautious when you're opening this because you don't want to lose it. But yeah, I already unbolted this. Now you guys probably seen this. This is gonna be my stick that I'm gonna boot Mac OS Monterey on. So keep that in mind. But yeah, like I said, we're gonna be doing a battery upgrade, SSD, and some RAM. Okay, so let's open this thing. I'm not gonna lie, it's been a while since I did this, but confident I can do it. Okay, so yeah. Make sure you clean all the stuff off. Mine was dusty, I gave it a nice clean. But yeah, that's the MacBook. Go inside of it. Venerate the engineering Apple did back then. So you got your SSD, your super drive, write CDs, you got your processor in this area, your RAM, then your logic board. Where you're going to be focusing on is upgrading this, and this. Now, keep in mind, make sure you unplug the battery, as I did. I unplugged it. For your safety, ground yourself of static electricity. You're dealing with like something sensitive and you don't want to break anything, right? So always take precautionary measures. I'm advising you safety is key. I mean, I'm confident doing this. So I'm gonna do it live. You guys can watch me, but yeah, you're gonna need a couple screws though. So I don't know if you can see that. I'm using a T2, T6, and in this one, I believe I'm using a 1.2 Phillips. So yeah, you're gonna essentially need a kit to do this. I wouldn't recommend any cheap one. Just find something good. I mean, this has a magnetic thing to it, so when I unscrew something, it'll be good. But yeah, let's get with taking out this battery. Okay, let's do this. All right. So I'll be taking out the battery. Let's start with that. Now you got to be super careful when you do this. Super careful. Like, do not lose the screws. And always make it come this way rather than going that way so it doesn't fall on the logic board. I'm taking precautionary measures. I'm going to put my hand here so it does not fall in. Look at that, success. So I'm gonna put this on this side. Do not lose this. Like get something light like this and just put the screw on there so you know where it is, because these things can get lost pretty quickly. Like just like I said, guys, this ain't just a normal video. I'm not rushing it. You know, I want to make sure a proper job is done, but just make sure like that. Just leave it like that. Perfect. You can see the white, just leave it. So now we're gonna take out this side. Roughly. So these two screws would be holding the battery in place. Now my battery's been discharged for a few hours, so I mean, it's not too bad. Wow, look at that long one. So look, we got a long one over here, as you guys can see. So like, as I said, keep something light around you so you can see what you're doing. You don't want to lose these screws, or else it's gonna be a headache to put back together. I know how Apple is. So take it easy. All right, so now let's remove this battery. Shouldn't be too hard. Where's the pull tab here? Damn it. There we go. Okay, it's out. Success. So run one's done. I think this is the OEM battery, but I'm not too sure. Ooh, fuck, look how dusty that is. My goodness. Yeah. Okay. Well, we're going to put this off to the side. First things first. Because now I want to get into the RAM. Because now that this part's open, it makes it more accessible to, get into the RAM. So I'm going to move this carefully to the side. Do not lose this, as I say. Do not effing lose this. Okay, so that's done. So I believe with the RAM, you got to pull out like that. So we pop the one out. So we're going to take it out, wiggle it out. So simple, really. Here's how it looks. It's a Kingston, I believe. Not too sure. Anyways, that's the RAM. So again, this is the RAM we're gonna put in, but put this off to the side gently. Again, same thing. Want to pull that up, make sure it pops off. And yeah. Okay, this one's being a little bit finicky. Okay. Okay, so now we're just gonna pull that out. Okay. Cool. All right. So we got the RAM out. Yeah. It's pretty dusty, I'm not gonna lie. So check that out. Put that off to the side. So let's get this new memory in. Let's keep it nice and simple. Do not touch the gold part. Keep your hands away from that. I repeat, do not touch the gold part. So we're gonna have to slide this in like this, I believe. So let's get this in. Be careful how you mount this. Get the bottom in first. It's been a while since I did this. Fudge. Okay, let's get this going. Essentially get it under there. I want to get this under there. Like, be careful with this. Make sure it's nice and stationed. So we're going to try and start with the bottom. Slide this in accordingly. I'm touching the motherboard. Oh, fuck. It's gonna take some time. Yeah, you gotta be cautious with this. Okay, I think I got it. Hold on. Hold on. I think I got it. It's right there. I gotta get it in. Okay, sorry it's taking so long. I just want to make sure I'm doing this right. I gotta get it in there. So push down and mount it like so. So apparently this has to be laid out properly. But yeah, my God, this wasn't gonna be easy. I already knew that. Get it. Push down and then put it in. Okay. Okay, hold on, guys. All right. Give me a sec. I gotta make sure this is working. Give me a sec, all right? Hold up. Okay, we're back. So I figured it out. Very strange way to do it. So you gotta keep it on an angle like this and then wiggle it so it's secured in and then just push it down. Honestly, it's pretty nerve-wracking, but I did it. So let's get this guy in. Should not be that hard. Again, wiggle it. So you want to push down. Perfect. So the RAM is successfully in. That's good. And then again, if you want to take it out like that, just make sure it's in. Such a unique way to put RAM in. I remember RAM being like about this long and he just stuck it in like this, but we're dealing with a laptop here, so it's a bit different, but yeah. Okay, I just want to get used to that. Okay, it's seated properly. So we're gonna, so yeah, let's watch that again. All right, guys, so it's the same thing. Angled, wiggle, push in, done. Okay. Now, let's get the battery back in. So, here's a brand new battery right here. So, I'm gonna take this off right here. Whatever that is, I'll put that on later, but yeah. So you want to line up the holes here. This part's not too bad. So basically, you just want to stuck this in. Should be a plug and play kind of thing. Except hope it's, yeah, see, perfect. Let's keep going. All right. So you just want to make sure everything lines up properly, right? So yeah, looking good, looking good. Make sure the holes are matched up. That's the number one thing here. Okay, looks like it's in. Move it over a bit. I would recommend you have a light. Unfortunately, I don't have one around me right now, but I'm gonna gauge it. Should be good. Yeah, right there, right there. So let's put the screws back in. Let's try this one. Screw this guy back in. See if this goes. Oh shit! Careful. Be very, very careful. Okay, it's going in. Look at that. Oh my god. Okay, it's in. Perfect. That was easier than I thought. Okay, that's in. So then get the last one. Again, be cautious with this. You might want to put your finger there. Okay, so we're gonna make sure it's nice and tight. Okay, so battery's nice and secured. It's not going anywhere. I think it's a better fit than the other one I just pulled out. Interesting. Okay, so as of now, we have put in a new battery and we've put the 16 gigabytes of RAM, DDR3. Everything's looking good. So now we're gonna try and take out the SSD. I don't know if this is important, but make sure you put this on the battery, if it even comes. You know what, screw it, we don't even need this. Gives a crap, it's not gonna make a difference anyways. We know not to remove the battery. It's fine. So that's good. The battery's in. Now the last part is to get the SSD out. Right here. We're on to the last part of this unboxing. 1000 gigabytes, aka 1 terabyte. I got it for about 90 bucks on Amazon. So we're gonna upgrade this SSD. Now I believe I have to swap out my screwdrivers. So let's just take a look here. For these ones. Yeah, I gotta swap it out. So with mine, you're gonna need one of these. Let me see. Is this the one? Yeah, it's the one. So everyone does their stuff differently. What I recommend first and foremost, take out the battery. If you're gonna open this thing, just change the battery. It's not rocket science. You know, if you take out the battery, you can access the RAM easier. As you can see, I was struggling a little bit to get it in, but now it's secured. You know, I think taking out the battery is probably the easiest thing because you can access more of the board. And then on this side should be easier because you have a plate you have to mount over here. So this protects this. But you got to be very careful because of the circuitry going here. You don't want to screw this cable up or else you're not going to boot up your computer. Plain and simple. But yeah, things are looking good. Everything's lined up. Yeah, man. So again, let's take out this bracket. Come on. Okay. I think these are like played on. I think. I don't know. I'll take out the bracket. Okay, perfect. See, easy. I like that. Okay. So yeah, these screws don't come out. Like they're just proprietary, so we just want to take that out. So do not lose this. This is what will hold the SSD. So now you want to try and get the SSD out. Just be very careful how you do this. Okay, so it's pretty easy. I'm using my fingers, but if you guys want to be like smart, you know, you don't want to do this like a farmer, I say, just get a pry tool. Look at that. Look how easy that was. Look, pry tool and lift it up. Be very careful though. Do not rip the flipping SSD out. Do not, because there's a very sensitive cable right there. Look at that right there. So I'm gonna pop this out. Be very careful. Again, if you're smart, use a pry tool a little bit. I don't want to screw up the SSD. Be very careful with this. So yeah. So just very careful, very careful with this. Should just slide out. Okay, it's coming out. If you want to be extra careful, just use a pry tool, man. Just use a pry tool. Yeah. I have a thinner one here. Let's see what I can do here. Okay, you saw what I did there, right? I got the pointy one, and I got this corner and I popped it slowly. That's exactly what you got to do. Don't do what I was doing. That was just pure idiocy. Just listen to me when I say use your pry tools. Save a lot of time. Okay, so now carefully take out this SSD. Okay, look, now you can use your hands. If you want to play it safe again, pop it out, or you can switch over to this guy, pop it out. Yeah, I prefer doing that, to be honest with you. Okay, it has been dismounted. All right, so if I recall, take out these screws and you gotta mount them into the new SSD. So put this RAM in here. If it even fits, probably not. For now, we'll deal with this later. But for now, let's put this to the side. So RAM is done. We'll deal with this later, cleanups later, but it won't be bad. So there it is. All right, so back to my video. So important, make sure this cable is intact. Do not be rough with this thing or you're gonna regret it. Do not be rough, be very gentle. Like I said. Okay, so let's take out these two screws over here and see what's going on here. Does this fit? I think this, I gotta go lower. We'll see, I might have to use a different head. It's not that one. Found it. It's the screwdriver. All right, so I'm gonna swap heads right here. God, I love this little screwdriver I got. Just like so magnetic and just like you just chill. So again, screw these out very carefully. Okay, so screw it out. Be very careful. So I'm gonna unbox my other SSD quickly so I can put these in. So let's open it and get going. Where's my dinky knife? There it is. All right, smooth. And yeah, you can tell I'm not usually jokey or talky. I'm trying to focus, but I'm also trying to talk to you guys. Okay, this is where it gets interesting. So that's the brand, that's the SSD. Make sure it's the same. Okay, works. Very good. So I guess that's how it's gonna go. I gotta make sure I gotta put this in right. All right. So if I recall, the SSD was like this. So we're gonna mount the SSD the same way. Okay, so I'm gonna unbox this. I think, yeah. So you see these holes? That's really cool. We're mounting it this way. So it's gonna be mounted this way. So we gotta make sure the screws line up correctly. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna take out these two screws and I'm gonna put them in here. So just bear with me. I'm gonna do it right now. You can use your hands for this. Let's see. Look how tiny the screws are. Like I said, be very careful when you're doing this. Very, very careful. Like, I'm not playing around here. Just be like, you gotta focus. I'd be busting balls right now, but I gotta focus, right? So if I believe this is right, that's going like this. I think. Yeah, so I gotta put these in on this side right here. So let's do it. Put these screws in. See what I'm doing? There, it's in. So I'll get the other one. Same thing. Advisable. Keep it up close by. Be careful with the screws. Okay. This one's going in. Okay, it's done. Okay, we're good. We're rock and roll right now. Okay. All right, so then after that little mess, man, I got a lot of junk here. You want to plug this in. Make sure it's okay. It's nice and grippy. Should be easy. I can use my hands for this. Just make sure they line up. Okay, it went in. See? Success. So, it's good. Now we got it in effectively. So now, we just got to put this back. Oh, it fits beautifully in here. Holy crap. Crazy. Again, if you're like me, you want to double check, get the pry tool, or get this side. Get it out. Okay, so we want to make sure everything was looking really good. I'm happy. Yeah, so it's in. All right, so we're gonna put this underneath and close it down like that. Okay, so now it's in firmly, make sure. So now what you want to do, you have to, that looks really good. Wow. Okay, I'm liking this new setup. New battery, new SSD, and you got the RAM. Make sure it's in. Okay, make sure it's in. Okay, now you want to get the bracket, so you're gonna have to switch your head. You gotta make sure it's this one. Yes, the one. So I'm gonna put this head in right now. Again, match the screws. Shouldn't be that hard. So I think it isn't. Okay. Let me see. Beautiful. God, I feel like a G right now. I'm kidding. Okay. All right. Okay, so all right, guys. Pretty happy right now. So we're pretty much done the upgrades. Now it's just a matter of connecting the battery. So be very careful how you do this. But new battery, new SSD, and new RAM. So I completely ripped apart this computer and I rebuilt it using only 3 key components. So the real test is how it's gonna boot, how it's gonna read. When you put new RAM in, it takes a bit longer to register because the motherboard has to go through the process of starting up, registering, because I'm putting all new stuff in it, right? But I'm very like, this is like a clean job. I was struggling a bit on the RAM, but I just want to be super careful because that's just how I am with tech. Because remember, last time I did this was like 10 years ago, right? Okay, so you want to connect the battery. This part's easy. Let's get that in. Get that. Perfect, see? Success. Battery is in. Okay. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for this computer. Yeah. So look at that. All the old stuff I took out. Got the battery, this, just like a bunch of stuff like right here. I just took all this out and made this like a brand new machine. So with that, guys, this will conclude part 2. Now I gotta go through the motions. I gotta boot it. I gotta load Mac. It's gonna be a bunch of headaches, but you know what? I think I like what I'm seeing. I was really delicate, really careful, and I think it was a success. But let me turn the thing on and we will find out. Okay? Anyways, guys, stay safe. Hey guys, so just gonna make this little skit. It was a resounding success. The Mac OS fully registers the memory I put in and storage, 1 terabyte SSD. So this was successful as I anticipated. So yeah, I'm really happy. Like I said, I'll show you guys how I got to this OS because this only supports up until Mac OS 10.15. So there's a way to get to the newer ones, but I'm specifically keeping it on Monterey for FireWire support because after Mac OS 13, you lose support for the core driver, which I need because I'm going to be doing more reviews. But yeah, stay tuned, man. Things are looking good. Have a great day, guys.